Hello, online crew. How are you today? Hope you're having an awesome day, whatever part of the day it is for you. So I read a very interesting article on the weekend and it was quite thought-provoking for me. So I thought I would share it with you because if you're not aware, I go live 5 times a week at the same time every day, which is now. But at the beginning of every week, I share something to do with personal growth, personal development, something to help you be a better version of you. So there's something I want to share with you today. Hello, Crystal. How are you? I've got comments. How exciting. Hey, Carol. How are you? Good to see you jumping on. So those that are jumping on, please say hello. Tell me where you're coming in from. Hello, Olive. Put the palm tree emoji down below, which is our mascot emoji here for our crew. If we've not met before, hey Geeta, lovely to see you on live. If we've not met before, my name is Helen Martin and I am your online crew captain. We have the most awesome online crew here, which is a community of home-based business owners, entrepreneurs, network marketers, direct sellers, and anybody in the sort of MLM industry. And we are here to learn how to leverage social media and use modern online strategies to grow our business. Hey Mel, hey Rob. So we don't want to chase anybody about our business. We don't want to convince anybody to buy anything off us. We truly want to, hello Patricia, we truly want to attract people to us, to build our business online. And when we do, where's my SS Mark? Where is it? Hello Sean. Hey Suzanne. We're going to get on this little thing. This is the SS Martin, and we have a goal here to one day, hopefully in 2020, is to all meet up in person. Because the online world, it's an amazing thing. Hey Julie, that enables us to connect with other people and build amazing relationships through this online sort of world. But we've often, and most of us haven't met, if not all of us, have not met in person. So one day we would love to be able to do that. Hey Tina, hey Kelly, great to see you all jumping on. So today is about an article, and as I said before, if you're unaware, I go live 5 times a week. At the beginning of the week, I start with something to do with personal development. Let's start your week off right, because I often say, and hopefully you agree with me, it doesn't matter how many online social media skills I teach you. Hey Julie, if we don't have it going on up here, what's the point? If you don't believe in yourself, if you're full of self-doubt, if you don't think you can, if you're holding yourself back, if you're full of fear, all that kind of stuff, then it doesn't matter what I teach you to do with online skills, because you're going to stop yourself doing things because of the fear. So there's all sorts of things that we need to grow and build on ourselves to make sure we are a better version of ourselves every single day. Do you agree with that? Do you agree that it's it's worth working towards being a better version of ourselves every single day? That's what I believe. And yeah, it just takes a bit of work because we've got stuff buried from when we were kids and when we were younger, and things that have happened that are sitting in our subconscious that stop you doing the things that you want to do. And that's just the way it is. But we have to work on it to make sure we unravel all of that and, achieve the things that you want to achieve, basically. Because if we don't work on this kind of stuff, the head stuff, then you may not necessarily achieve what you want to achieve. And that's not any way to live life, I don't think. I don't know about you guys, but I think life is here, for worth living and achieving what we want to achieve. So it really comes down to us whether that happens or it doesn't. So we got a lot to answer for with what's going on up here. So the article I read is, Carol, monkey brain. Crystal, I've got big things coming on in my business page this month. Ooh, that sounds very exciting. So good on you, Crystal, for making it happen. And this is what it's all about. Like, the only one that makes exciting things happening on your business page, Crystal, is you. So if we don't do the things we want to do, or, we can't get that success and we can't get that momentum. So it all comes down to us. We are not a product of our circumstances. We are a product of our thoughts. And if your thoughts are not doing you any favors, if you're putting yourself down all the time, if you're telling yourself that you can't do something, guess what happens? Hello, Helen. Helen. Lovely to see you on live. Then whatever you're telling yourself is generally what comes to fruition. So we've got to be really mindful of what we tell ourselves and how we talk to ourselves to make sure that, you know, we've got the most positive outlook that we can and we can achieve things that we want to. Okay, so the article I read was from somebody who I find quite inspiring. It's a name that you will know very well, and it's from Tony Robbins. So the title, let me quote this so I don't get it wrong. The title is "The Only Thing You Need to Be Happy." So this is very much in tune with obviously the way we think, etc. Is, you know, when I was really thinking about, like, it's just thought-provoking on, it doesn't really matter what's going on or what's happening in your life. Doesn't everybody just want to be happy? Isn't that really what it comes down to? Whether you're successful with a little or successful with a lot, don't we all just want to be happy? Like, we don't need a lot to be happy. And what Tony was saying in this article, and I'll get to the one thing in a minute, and before I get to that, actually, I'm interested in your thoughts, guys. What do you think, like in Tony's article, he's saying there's only one thing that makes us truly happy. What do you think that might be? What is it for you? Let me know your thoughts. I'll get to it in a minute. But what do you think that one thing might be? Because it's not, now that I read the article and got through the information, it was like, okay, that makes sense. But it wouldn't have been the first thing that came front of mind if somebody asked me that question. So what do you think is the one thing? Geeta said health. So what do you guys think? Let me know what you think the one thing is that makes you happy. So happiness comes from within, yeah. But what's happening within? What does it come from? Olive, the right mindset, true. Love yourself, that's a good one, Julie. You. So yeah, keep them coming. Let me know. Interested in your thoughts. Because as I said, when I read the article, it's not necessarily what I would have thought, but it made sense when I sort of read the article. So somebody like Tony Robbins has people that come to him all the time that have got, belonging. I like that one, Helen. That have got a lot of money. If you want to spend a day with Tony Robbins, it does not come cheap. So there's a lot of very, very successful people, high influential people, you know, celebrities, if you like, that go to Tony Robbins and they've got everything. Freedom's a good one too, Rob. They've got everything as far as material possessions. They've got money and they've got, hi Michael, great to see you on. Hello Rose. Belief Mel, that's a good one too. Geez, you're coming up with great stuff, guys. I love it. So he comes across all these people that pays him big bucks because they're not happy. So you can have all the money in the world, you can have the fast car and the houses and all the rest of the thing. And people think that's what makes them happy, but does it really make you happy? So can this, hey Laurie, lovely to see you on live. This is a thing. This is a phone. So this is obviously I'm on my phone, but this is my spare phone. I have it handy just in case Facebook won't let me see comments. So this is a thing. This thing helps me connect with the world. This thing has created relationships with you guys. This is a mobile phone. Try phone. Another one for the dictionary, Sean. I haven't had one for the dictionary for a while, Sean. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I make up words. And so Sean's creating a dictionary with my words. So this is a thing. It helps me create my business. It helps me go live and talk to you. It's gained my following and influence and people that, you know, interact with me online. Like, it's an amazing tool. Does this make me happy? So you guys make me happy. The relationships that I've made with you guys through this thing make me happy. But does this actual thing make me happy? Things don't make us happy. Things may give us pleasure. So, yeah, it has been a while, Sean. Things may give us pleasure. A bigger house might give you, I don't know, more enjoyment, more rooms to play in. I don't know. More money gives you choices. But does it actually make you happy? And I keep referring to this example. I've done it a few times. You may have heard me refer to it because I think it's incredibly sad. You think of somebody like Robin Williams. Like great entertainer, funny as. We often think funny equals happiness. All the money that he needed, a wife, children, the family unit, everything going on, but he committed suicide. So things and fame and all the rest of it, and that's what Tony was saying in this article, is that you can have it all externally, but unless you've got this one little thing, it doesn't make you happy. So, so it enables us that things make us or give us pleasure in different ways and can give us different options and choices. There's no doubt about that. The more money you've got, the more choices you've got, which can relate to happy experiences, but it doesn't really make you happy down in your soul, like, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. No. So the one thing, you've mentioned a lot of really good things, but the one thing Tony Robbins, and you may or may not agree with this, but from somebody that comes, has seen all walks of life, and he does his, arenas with, 15,000 people in it. Like, I think he has got a fair bit of experience to share with us in this article about what the one thing is to make us truly happy. Because I said before, isn't that all you want? Isn't that all we really strive for? We all want to be happy. What's the point if we're not happy? What's the point of going through life if you're sad, if you're miserable, if you're challenged, if you, Julie, many really happy people are masking insecurities and loneliness. Better believe it, Julie. They do. Like people that are really extroverted, there's usually a reason behind that. And there's probably massive insecurities behind that. Like, are they really happy? Probably not. So, let's think about happiness and what Tony was saying about it. I'll tell you what the one thing. He's saying that happiness is progress. Now, just think about that for a sec. When we're making progress, no matter what your starting point might be bottom of the barrel. Your starting point may be you're all put together and you got it all going on. You just haven't achieved what you want to achieve. Some people's starting point, maybe they're successful, but it's just not enough. But are they happy? So it's progress. Progress in all areas is what he was saying. Hey, Dino. What's the key to happiness? Yeah. So Tony Robbins is saying, and as I said, you may or may not agree with this, but this is what he was saying in his article. And I think this is just worth thinking about for you guys, not only for me, but in reading it and what I took from it, but from you guys. And that's why I'm sharing it with you, is progress in all areas. So business, relationships, health, finances. It might even be spirituality for you. So he's saying, when we make progress, when we are moving the needle forward, when we are making improvements in our life and we are progressing and feeling better about our relationships and feeling better about where our business is going and feeling like we're progressing, so he's saying progress is happiness. When we feel like we are progressing, Rose, people can make progress but will never be happy if they are constantly measuring themselves against others. Fabulous point, Rose. One of the things we don't want to do is compare that progress. Very good point, Rose. Comparison is the thief of joy. Have you heard that before? You can't compare yourself to other people's journey. Your progress is your progress, measured against no one except the version of you that you were yesterday. Does that make sense, guys? Hey, Judy and Bob, lovely to see you jump on. So it's not your progress measured against somebody else's in the same business as you, health-wise, weight-wise, financial-wise. It's progress for you and only you. Okay, makes sense. That's a really, really, really key point that Rose brought up. So the progress is your own progress, not measured against anybody else's journey or progress. Okay, so you're here or you're here. Your starting point is going to be different to other people, but you're not measuring that against other people. It's just you where you are at today. When you make progress, so improvements in progress, and get little momentum, what was that saying? the journey, what is it? The journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step. I think that's what it's called. So the journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step. So what you need to be focused on is your steps. Don't focus on where you need to get to go. You need to focus on your steps. And when you make progress towards the goal, then according to Tony Robbins, that's when we create happiness, is when we're progressing. So progressing in our relationship, so your relationship is healthier and happier. And less arguments and issues. Progress with making more money. So you made more money today than maybe you made yesterday, or, this month versus 6 months ago, or something like that. In your business, that you know more now than you did, 6 months ago, and it's actually making a difference. So Tony was saying where a lot of people go wrong is they're here and they focused here, and they're not, because they didn't get there, they think you're a failure and all the rest of it. But when one of the things that he was saying, hey Laura, great to see you on, is that we need to focus on, all the things that we've done to this point, rather than all the things that we haven't done to get where we want to go. Does that make sense? So it all, it all comes around the way you think and what you focus on. And if you're focusing on what you haven't achieved yet versus the progress that you've made to get where you are today, like your mindset is all wrong around that. Focusing too much on the end goal causes you to fail to see the joy in the small steps. Yeah. Julia, I did go live on baby steps moving forward. So agree. This was taught in sports and martial arts. And if you really think about it, what Tony's saying is probably taught all around the world in different environments and sports and themes and health and whatever. You think about, Sean, you know more than you did 6 months ago. You may not be exactly where you want to be. Like you might have a vision for yourself, Sean, and it's here. And most people will think, well, I'm not there yet, I'm a failure. It's like, nah, have a look at where you were to where you are now. And when you focus on those things and recognize your progress and continue to make progress, then happiness builds. But it's the way you think about it. But when you're moving the needle forward, when you're progressing with things, this will help you be a happier person. You got to have the right mindset around it though, guys, because you got to recognize the progress and work towards the progress more importantly. And don't go from here. Yes, Crystal, failure is absolutely a part of success. You got to sometimes fail to know what to do next to move the needle, forward. Judy and Bob, we even know what a bot is now. Well, there you go. You're moving forward and learning. But I guess my deeper message around this is, what are you not doing to progress where you want to progress? So knowing what Tony's saying, okay, progress is what equals happiness. And he even said, what was his words? Growing and giving. He actually had a little thing in the article. And it said, yes, Carol, we are our worst critics. Growing and giving equals happiness. So when we're growing and we're progressing and we're moving in the right direction and we're giving, he added on to it as well. So not taking when we're giving, that is a recipe for success. So interesting. But the question around it is, what are you not doing to progress? So what are the things that you know you should be doing and you aren't doing? What are the things that you want to get to, but you're not progressing towards? It's a little bit like, what am I trying to say? There was two totally different random thoughts that came into my head and I was trying to blend them. So I'll try to make sense of what's going in my own head. It's like, you just take a really basic sort of example. Is if you want to lose weight or you want to get healthier or things like that. So progress towards that, which would make you feel better about yourself, is eating cleaner or going for a walk and doing those things. So you're here and you want to get here. So progress is taking the steps to help you get there. So it might be having a healthier meals, but not just a healthier meal once. a healthier meal sort of every day. And it might be going for a walk every day or something. So you're making progress to get where you want to go, and you can see the results. That's what makes people happy and keep going and, really feeling better about themselves in life, is what Tony's saying. So what are I guess what to analyze here are, what are the things that you're not doing to get there? So a lot of people are here, they want to get here. Whatever your here starting point is, don't compare with other people, just yours. What are the things that you can do to get where you want to go? So if I want to be healthier, eat cleaner, all those kind of things, I've got to eat better food. I've got to exercise more regularly and stuff like that. I can't be here and want to be here without progressing towards here. So when I do these things and they make me feel better and I'm gaining momentum and I'm progressing, it's going to lead me to the point I want to be, and then I'm going to be happier. So ask yourself, what are the little baby steps that you are not doing to get you where you want to go to move the needle forward? It's all about moving the needle forward and progressing. So don't focus on the big things. Have a goal, by all means. Have a nice, big, fat, juicy goal. Have lots of them. Lots of them. But you need to, in your planning, you need to break down what are your progression steps to get you to your goal and tick them off. Do it daily. Don't have a 6-month goal with no little steps in between. Make your goal, but what little progression steps are you going to make along the way? Tick them off. That's going to help you realize the progress, rather than where you're not there yet, what you're actually doing along the way. It's all about putting it into perspective and not making it bigger than Ben-Hur, and you're a failure because you haven't got here yet and other people have. Who cares? Who cares what other people are doing? It doesn't matter what anybody else is doing. It only matters what you're doing, where you are today, and being a better version of yourself tomorrow, and progressing yourself in all areas. And like I said, it's not only business that we talk about here. Relationships, yourself, your self-worth, your self-belief, your friendships, your finances, your health, all of that above. What little baby steps can you take to progress towards where it is that you want to go? And focus on that rather than on all the things that you haven't achieved, to get to the goal. Does that make sense, guys? If you're with me, send me some likes and loves. Am I allowed to say that with the new engagement? I shouldn't be asking you to send me likes and loves. So share the love. Perhaps we'll put it that way. Laying the foundation for tomorrow. Love that, Laura. It is so, 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 so important to lay the foundation for the next day, and just progression. Progression, progression, progression. I do believe that there's a whole combination of things that make us happy, but it's when we're stuck or we're even going backwards that tend to make us really unhappy. Do you agree with that? So when you feel stuck and you're overwhelmed, or you're even going backwards to where you were, previously, that's when unhappiness, anxiety, depression, all those kind of things that can kick in. They don't have to be major things, guys, but work out what's working, what's not working, what can I do differently to get where I want to go, but in baby steps. What do you think, guys? Does that make sense? Oh, Tina and Crystal, you've both put Crystal says makes total sense. Tina, yes, makes sense. It's, it's awesome to have goals, but don't make those goals so big without any steps in between that you can't enjoy the journey or see the progress that you're making along the way. So, I do believe there's a whole combination of things that lead to happiness, but I would definitely agree with what Tony said, is that when we can see that we've made progress and we're getting closer to where we want to go, and we can actually recognize and have gratitude for how far you've come, then, you're in a better mindset, okay? So don't focus on the things that you haven't got and that you haven't done. Focus on the progress that you've made. If you really think about that, thinking about the progress that you've made so far and then think about what it is that you want to do, move forward. But also think about what are the things that you are not doing, that you know you should be doing, that you are holding yourself back. You've still got fear, whether it's Facebook Lives in your business, whether it's making a phone call you know you should make, whether it's reaching out to people about your business, whether it's taking some action on your business page or whatever it is. This is also very relevant to those of you that are learning the online world and you're just in learning mode and you're not taking any action. You've got to fail forward. You've just got to do the things, get them done, and don't be scared of doing them wrong. Fail forward, fail forward, fail forward, fail forward. That is all progress. And progress, failing forward and making progress is going to get you where you want to go quicker than not doing the things at all that you know you need to do to make the progress. Okay, I hope that makes sense to you. And for some of you that, this is just thought-provoking in some way, because, what we've got going up on in here is the make or break of you. It really is. You're in control. Nobody else can control your life but you. Nobody else can make you happy but you. It's all up to you. So take control of your thoughts. You take control of your thoughts, you take control of your life. I say that often. And that's not my original words. That comes from Mel Robbins. You take control of your thoughts, you control your life. Olive, I made a lot of progress in the last 6 months thanks to you, Helen. Lots of growth and progress. You have, Olive, you've made massive progress, but you know what? You did the work. You haven't sat here for 6 months and just listened to me and not taken any action. You've actually taken the action, Olive, and lots of it, and that's why you've progressed. So your progress is a result of all the things that you've learned and put into action. So you need to take credit for that, Olive, because you've done something with the information that you've learned. You've taken the action and you are progressing quite fast in my eyes. You should be very proud of yourself, Olive. Crystal, fail like a child. Children, when they learn to talk and walk. Don't you love referring to kids like riding a bike and they just don't care? That's if we acted, well, that's going to sound wrong. If we acted like kids as adults, we would get a lot further. If we just didn't care, like kids don't care, they just get up and do things over again. As adults, we play mind games with ourselves about how bad we are. So yeah, I agree. Michael, great, right, check this out. Great information. Oh, thank you, Michael. Great to have you on. Yep, action, 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 action. It's all in the action, guys. Progress, action will equal the progress. Crystal, I have you to thank for what I've accomplished as well. You've taught me so much. Awesome, awesome. So thanks, guys, for joining me today. I hope I've definitely made a lot of progress in the last 6 months. You've made an incredible amount of progress in 6 months, Sean. Incredible amount of progress. You should be very, very proud of yourself. So I hope that is thought-provoking for some of you. Planning, goals, but baby steps. Just keep moving the needle forward and don't put too much pressure on yourself to get to where you want to go too early. Just baby steps, plan it out and keep moving the needle forward and you'll be happier for it, according to Tony Robbins. So there you go. Okay. Thank you, Judy and Bob. So great to have you here with me today. I hope you got something out of that information and out of that article with Tony. Tomorrow I will be back, same time, same place, to talk more about social media and things that you can do to move the needle forward as far as your business goes online. And at the end of the week, I finish off with a social media tip of the week. So turn your notifications on. Just click the 3 buttons, top right-hand corner, brings up a screen. Turn your notifications on to make sure you know when I'm going live so you don't miss out on any info. And don't forget, any of you that want to know more about groups, should you start a group? There's been a lot of talk in the last 7 days about the focus on groups from Facebook with all their changes they've made in the last week. So you need to be aware of groups. If you haven't got a group, should you open a group? Are you ready for a group? If you do, what kind of settings should you have in a group? How do you launch a group? How do you resurrect a dead group? All things groups. I'm doing a groups boot camp this week. Just drop the word groups down below. Oh, I'm not allowed to say that anymore. I'm not allowed to say that anymore. Gosh, it's hard to change my language. What can I say? I've already said it, so I'm not going to say it again. I gotta go. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.